Okay, here's how to send an email and a few nifty little tricks that you'll learn using email. So these days most people get to the email via their web browser. Some people like to use this web browser, Google Chrome. The most popular one is Internet Explorer because that's built into Windows. Okay, now different people have different types of accounts. Some people choose to have a Microsoft Hotmail account. Some people have a Yahoo account or Yahoo account. I've personally got a Google Mail account. So you might search for Google Mail. Just like to mention one thing. You see there's a slightly different coloured box at the top when you do a search. This is adverts. In general, your best bet is the one straight after the adverts. And I tend to ignore the first one that's in the box. I've already logged on this computer before with my email address, but I'm going to type it in just so I'm doing the same thing as you. Obviously you type your own email address in here. The first hold down shift, that's near the bottom left above control, and then the @ symbol is 2 keys to the left of the big enter key. All email addresses have that @ symbol in. It's a good way of spotting whether it's a legitimate email address. Then you type your password in and sign in. Okay, sometimes you get emails that you haven't read yet, which are going to be bold, and once you've read them, they'll go to normal style text. Okay, so I'm going to write an email. Who am I going to write an email to? Well, in this scenario, I've got 2 colleagues that have been underperforming at work, and I'm going to send an email to them both at the same time. Okay, so at gmail.com. It's Darren. Okay, and I want to send it to someone else as well. I can do this one of 2 ways. I can put a semicolon in there and just type the address, or I can click this, add CC. Some email programs will just have CC. CC stands for carbon copy, which means I'm going to send it to more than one person. So add that, send it to someone else as well. So that's CC it to Carl, the other colleague I want to message about it. Okay. Don't put dear in an email, it just looks weird. Right, it's good to be short and sweet on an email. Standard way to sign it off is with regards. If you want to be a bit more friendly, it might be best wishes, kind regards, lots of different options really. Okay, and I'm giving them a spreadsheet, so I need to attach a file. Usually there's a little button for attach a file, which is often a paperclip. In Gmail it happens to be, or Google Mail, it happens to be attach a file. Click on that. This is your standard box, isn't it, to find a file. Might be a little bit different on a Mac, a little bit different if you're running Windows XP, but it does the same thing. I'm going to go to the desktop because that's where the file is that I want to attach. There it is, it's a spreadsheet. Okay, one final point. I've got these two colleagues not overly pleased with their performance. Whoops, done a typo there, skip rid of that. Not overly pleased with their performance. So I want to let them know that they need to improve. Also, I might want to add boss of the company in here so he knows what's going on. He might have asked if he could be kept informed. So yeah, I might want to do that, but chances are I'm not going to want these two guys, Darren and Carl. I'm not going to want them to know necessarily that I'm sending it to the head of the company. So what I do is click on Add BCC. It's like Carbon Copy, as in it sends a copy to him, but it stands for Blind Carbon Copy. And that means these guys don't know that I'm also sending it to Brian, the manager. So Brian will see exactly what I've written to them. I'm really just covering my back and showing him what I'm doing. So that's how you use CC is just to copy someone in. BCC is to secretly copy someone in. Blind Carbon Copy. Okay, send that. And your message has been sent. You might have something like sent mail, and that will show you what emails you've sent. Okay, and there we go. I've sent an email, I've copied someone in, and I've blind copied someone in as well. I can sign out and carry on with the rest of my tasks. Okay, next stage I'm going to show you is the other end. So you can imagine I'm Carl now. Carl had that silly Hotmail address, so he'd be searching for Hotmail when he gets around to looking at his emails. He'll sign in. You might just click it to save time. Type in his password. Okay, so he's had 3 emails since he last looked. You can see that because they're bold, so it means they haven't been read. Oh dear, this one's from David Edwards, so he reads it. Darren and Carl. So you can see it's been sent to Darren and to himself. So you can see those 2 people it's been sent to. But he's completely unaware it's also been sent to, remember, the manager that it was also sent to, Brian. So that just shows you can see it's been sent to Darren here, but you can't see it's been sent to the blind Carbon Copy. Okay, so you know how to read an email, of course. If you get sent an attachment, you can download it just by clicking on that button. That's where you save it somewhere sensible. So I'm going to save this in Documents. Already got suppliers details, so I'm going to call it October. Oops. And I would always recommend doing that save rather than open with an attachment, because then it will be saved in a sensible place, in this case my documents. Because if you click on open, it can get lost. Believe me, I've seen a lot of people lose files over the years. So always click on save and put it somewhere sensible. And that's about it. So we've covered sending emails, copying people in, blind copying people in when you don't want the other people to know about it, opening your emails, downloading attachments, saving attachments. And if you're on a public computer, always remember to sign out, because you don't want someone else reading your emails, or even worse, pretending to be you and sending out emails. So there we go. And that's intermediate use of email accounts.